Prohibition is the forbidding of something, especially by law. The 18th Amendment was made so that people could stop drinking. So what they did was that they banned the manufacturing, the selling, and the transportation of alcohol, but that really didn't do anything because they still kept on drinking. At the end of the century, what the government saw that what was happening was that without alcohol, it was hurting their economy because people would buy alcohol, and that alcohol would give them enough money for some taxes, and with the taxes they would get money. But what they were doing was that they would go to other places to get alcohol, so it would end up hurting them. So they were trying to get rid of it. What the government probably thought was that since you couldn't really find alcohol anywhere, that they would make an attempt to stop drinking it. But what they actually did was that they would go to other places to buy it. So the 18th Amendment was practically useless, and the government was losing money for it. A thing that they used was that the husbands would sometimes come home late, and because they would be maybe at bars the whole day, and then they would come home they drunk without money because they would spend it all on alcohol. And if they had kids, it would be bad for them because how would they get food to live? How would they get clothes so they could dress every day? And everything would be harder. So that's a point that they also use strongly to get prohibition. I did not find any of their arguments convincing because they would always go back to the same points, and they would always have like that one thing, and they would go back to that one thing, and they would only support that one point. But the reason why I think that people back then would support it is because, well, they found it more easy. They were more easily to be played. And another thing that wouldn't help was the WCTU that at the time also wanted equal rights. So they would always go back to that one point, and they would help more. So then what they would do is that they would kind of trick people into thinking that what happens, and they would only use that one point, but they would use different strategies to attack that one point. I think that the reason why they started blaming the way they blame the immigrants is because that's what they always do. If they don't want to get blamed for something, they find something to blame it on, or people to blame it on. In which this case, they would start blaming the immigrants. And another reason why I think that they would also blame them is because since people already don't like them, because they're technically not, well, as they call them, foreigners, that they would hate them more because they think, oh, they're taking all the more jobs, and and with this, it would give them any more reason to hate them more.